Okay, welcome to my first episode of Real Talk. I'm here to tell you who the greatest NFL quarterback was of all time, and I'm going to explain to you why it should be that way. So, everybody talks about Joe Montana and Tom Brady. Well, here, Joe Montana, first Super Bowl. He's facing the Cincinnati Bengals as an underdog. What happens? He wins 26-21. The next time he gets to the Super Bowl, he's playing Miami Dolphins with Dan Marino. Underdog again. Final score, San Francisco 38, Miami 16. Super Bowl number 3. He's playing the Cincinnati Bengals for the second time. Now, they got a little idea how he plays, what he's capable of. So it's a close game. But in the end, 20-16, Joe Montana wins again. Now, Super Bowl number 4, he gets to meet John Elway and the Denver Broncos. Now, Joe Montana didn't have too much success early in his career against John Elway. As a matter of fact, I think he lost 5 or 6 games. So they finally meet in the biggest stage of the NFL. I can only imagine what Joe Montana's thinking right now. I lost this guy 5 times. I'm playing in the biggest game of both of our careers. It's not about to go down like that. So what does he do? He proceeds to beat down John Elway and the Denver Broncos 55-10. Now, if you had Denver in the 44.5 points, guess what? You lose. All right. Now, that's what he did in Super Bowls. 4 victories, 0 defeats. Let's go to his competition as the greatest of all time, Mr. Tom Brady. Now, you got to give it to the guy. He spent half his career in Super Bowls, but never won every one of them. I mean, his greatest accomplishment should have happened, but it didn't. You win the first 18 games and get to the Super Bowl, you're not supposed to lose that game, period. But what do? You lose. Now, for people that don't know, the AFC plays the NFC, and they rotate. They play every 3 years. So what happens? The same team he played in the Super Bowl, which he lost to, gets a chance to play him again. I'm not sure if it was early in the season, but whatever. He gets a chance to play him again to rectify the situation. What happens? He loses again. Really? Another thing. Every time Joe Montana lost to a team, I'm pretty sure the second time he played him, he came out on top. I mean, you could check the records. I'm not a stat guy, and I'm sure it was somewhere similar to that. So anyway, when sports betting wasn't so legal, I couldn't wait for Joe Montana to get to the Super Bowl and play in it, because I used to run around for like a week or two, begging, borrowing, no stealing, but whatever money I get my hands on, you know who I'm betting on. And I got paid every single time. I can't say that about Tom Brady. I mean, look at his one wide receiver made a t-shirt last year. Said bet against us. I'll let you in on a little secret. When you played Philly, I damn sure did. But these guys ain't into gambling while they're playing. But anyway, let's a little more with Tom. Yeah, I mean, 18 years in his career, still going, 9 times to the big one. You got to give him that. I mean, there's no quarterback that's even going to come close to doing that. So I have to go back to Joe for a minute because he knew that they were looking for somebody new after his fourth win. He figured he's getting old, this and that. So they kind of want him out. So what does he do? I don't know if he asked for a trade, they trade him, but he goes to Kansas City. He's only there a couple years. And different bounces in a ball game, he was that close to taking a team from the other conference to the Super Bowl. Who does that? Got to be the greatest of all time, no? Now, Tom Brady, like Max Kellerman says on First Take, because I watch that all the time, talks about Tom Brady being on a cliff. Well, in my opinion, he's standing on the edge. And he's going to take the whole New England Patriot organization with him for the simple reason. I don't know the situation because I'm not nowhere near that team. He's the one that got Jimmy G sent to Joe Montana's team. Maybe there's another one in the making out west, but who knows? But Tom Brady's the reason that the organization's going off the cliff, Max. I'll tell you that right now. With Tom Brady, it's over. In my opinion, it's over. And I'm a gambling guy, and I'll bet that Tom Brady never gets back to a Super Bowl. That's just my opinion, because you're in there 9 times. If Joe Montana was in there 9 times, he'd be 9-0 in my opinion. And you can't prove me wrong, but Tom Brady, you've been there 9 times. You only won 6. And the 3 games that you lost, all from the NFC East. Joe Montana played every division and took the king down every time. So he's got to be the greatest of all time. I Googled something, and Joe Montana, Tom Brady came up on Google, and this guy gave his opinion. I don't know what he was watching. I mean, Joe and I are basically the same age. He's around 6 months older than I am. But I watched the man do what he did. You can't deny what he did. And as far as, just playing like with the will of digging deep down and no losing, Joe was the man. I'm sorry, Tom, but you can't really get it done when it comes to crunch time. I mean, everybody's got their opinions. Nothing personal. You've handled some feats in your time. You've got records that no one will ever touch. But when it came to Super Bowl Sunday, if Joe was there, you was there, I got to bet on Joe. So that's my opinion of him being there at the top. I mean, come on. Joe Montana never had the ball boy letting air out of footballs, did he? Seriously? Really? You kidding? Who does that? A cheater. That's the way I see it. I mean, I call it like I see it. And Gisele, that's something for you to think about also. I mean, I don't know your relationship. You're worth more money than him, that everybody knows. I mean, look at what his boss got caught doing. Serious? With that kind of cash, you get caught doing that? I don't get it. But anyway, I'm Johnny Watt, and you're not. Till next time on Real Talk. Have a great day.